Hello. Today I'm going to demonstrate how you can type math equations so that you can work on your homework on Microsoft Word or LyX. There are many alternatives, but I'm going to show you what I use and the easiest ways you type your answers or your later, potentially your dissertation, your papers, or homework for other courses. So the first option is like Microsoft Word. So you may use, so you know how to use Word, and when you want to type mathematical equations, the easiest way is go Insert and Equations. Recently, the Microsoft Word's equation, like built-in equation function, equation typeset is very much improved. So there is no problem at all using this, like maybe for your dissertation. So for example, when you type equations, like you may use, for example, takes time. It's my computer's problem. Say, for example, you want to do something like this. There may be shortcuts, but I don't know. I don't use a shortcut for Word. I'm not familiar much with Word. So this way, like as you see, it takes time because this is not my main typeset. So like this take quite a bit of time. So there must be like when you get used to it, you must be able to type faster. But this is how you type it. And of course, when you type all your answers, type your answers here. And another recommendation I use here is to make it more formal. So the default font is, I think, is Calibri, which I don't know, but more formal is Times New Roman. Let's say Times New Roman is a more formal font. So use that, and also maybe you may want to increase the font size. Also, what you wanna check here is the space. The spacing. Typically, double spacing or 1/2 spacing is used for papers. If you read any working papers, you can see there are wide space between lines, because so that you can like write something down or you can proofread with marking on the line. So making it 1.5 or 2 double spacing is also common. So that's how you do. Alternatively, so this is the very basic way to type equations on Microsoft Word. But in the past, there was add-in program MathType. MathType is not free. It's like about $40, but you don't need to buy it. But if you are serious, if you decided to use Microsoft Word as your main typeset, and if you are willing to pay money for equation typing, then MathType is the what you may like. So, for example, inline or display, and the main reason, so my co-authors use MathType, and oh, I did not activate this. So MathType is an alternative, and the good thing about this here is if you type MathType, then there are some shortcuts. If you use shortcuts, like for example, instead of typing, like say, go to So when you type y subscript I, x subscript I, beta subscript 0 plus epsilon subscript I, you just saw how long it takes for me to type those subscripts and like Greek letters. But on math type, there are shortcuts like maybe subscript is shift something, shift L or something, and beta maybe something like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like for example, Control Shift B will type beta. So if you get used to it, it will be much faster to type equations once you master it. But it is not free. So I'm just telling you, later if you work with a co-author who uses Microsoft Word, and then with a high probability that co-author may also use math type. The basic equation function is good enough, but takes time. So that's just what I. By the way, and after typing everything, of course you have to make your file into PDF. So export and PDF is what you wanna do. So that this will transform your file into a PDF file. So this is how you make a PDF file. Okay. Okay. So Word is easy enough. So I'm going to stop here. Do not save. And next, I will show you. This is the main purpose of this video. I'll show you how to use LyX. So this is LyX. I have version 2.3.6.1, and when you open new file, you get nothing. Here, I think first you may want to put up some toolbars like math. There are some useful toolbars you may want. Say math panels. So these two toolbars will help you a lot. So here, let me type what I do. Let me type what I. Let me type the classical linear regression model. Then this is how I type. So it's much faster. I'm very much used to this typeset, so LyX I'm very comfortable with LyX. So many common something like so special symbols, if you use them frequently, then you can memorize their shortcuts to make it faster. Or alternatively, you may, like for example, so het beta 0 is easily typed like this. And if you are not familiar with this, you may use those toolbars here: superscript, and square root, and fraction, summation, integration, product, and parentheses, and cases. And here you may see more options. You may see more options here, more options here. So you see many other options like arrows. So these kind of tools, it will be very fast to type equations or type your answers on LyX once you master it. So this is how I make my lecture notes. When the lecture notes you see is made on LyX. And when you save it, as you see, its extension, file extension is LyX, which is not the standard LaTeX format, but it may be transferred. I'm going to talk about that later. And what's nice about this is that what you see is what you get. So you just type what you like, type the content, then you will get these as a result. And I will type a little more to see how it looks. And you may use numbering, or bullet points like this, or you may use section 1, and then content. And you may do subsection 1.1 and then content again, and subsection 2, subsection 1.2. Write something here. So in this way, you may go on and on. So also, what's nice about here is it's not right here. So then let me show you how it looks like. I'm going to click view, and then you will get this result. This is what you get as a result, right? So the result is exactly what you see with but the font and the sizes and the basic setups are satisfied, automatically applied. And the problem here is the margin is too wide, and so on. So I am going to show you how to change the options. Document, setting, if you go there, you may change a lot of things. First here, document class is standard. Typically the lecture notes is made in the article format, but when you make a presentation format, there are Beamer. Presentation, Beamer, let me see where they are. So Beamer is another document class, and if you choose Beamer, then it will look like a PowerPoint slide. I'm going to explain that if I have time later. And modules. Module is also important. You have to include something like what you need to use here is theorems. This one, Academy of Mathematics Society, or American Mathematics Society. So you have to use these theorems, and then when you include these theorems, I'll show you what happens. When you include this module, then there are more options here. For example, theorem. This is your theorem. State yours. And say again, like say expected value of x, y. Something like this. So that is theorem. And then still it is set as theorem. To finish the theorem statement, you can just put a normal text, end of theorem. If you wanna type proof, you may choose proof. Show proof, like prove your theorem here. So proof is automatically like italic, and if you enter and keep writing, still it is a proof. Still this paragraph is a part of the proof, which you can tell from this setting. Currently, so yet still it is a proof. Now we get out of the proof. Then to make it a normal text, you can just choose default or standard here again. So if you change it to standard, then it is a standard text. Then let me see what happens if you recompile. By the way, clicking this is compiling the result, the file, and seeing the results. Let me see. Close card. Yes. Theorem is stated in this way. Proof is stated in this way, and automatically at the end of the proof, QED box is put here. So including a module will enable you to use these kind of formats, the items like theorem, proof, and as you can see, a lot of different things, and automatically it's numbered. Automatically the theorem is numbered. If you put another theorem, you can do it. It is automatically numbered. So automatic numbering is also automatic, and so I will. Let's go. Whatever. And let me show more. So here I just included AMS, but sometimes there are alternative methods. So some are numbered by type, which means I think it's not important. So AMS would be enough, and you may just want to try extend it. Not a big deal, but including this does not matter, does not cause much problem. And what I wanted to show you here is font. You may change it to 12 or 11 or 10 default. I guess default is 10 or 11. I'm not sure, but you may change it here. Text layout. What's important here is the line spacing. I recommend you to use 1/2 or double spacing. Usually double spacing looks better, is more common. 1/2, I think double spacing wastes too much paper when you, so like if you have like 10 page content in 1/2 spacing, then it will become like about 13 or 14 pages when you have double spacing. So I don't want to waste paper, so I choose 1/2, but that's your choice. Page layout, nothing special. Later you may want to try like fancy. If, for example, if you want to make a lecture note which look more beautiful, then you may try something else, but I don't do that. And margins. I think the standard is 1 on four sides, the top, bottom, inner, outer. An inch. You may have centimeter as maybe, I think the default may be centimeter, but standard is 1 inch. So or 2.5 centimeters could be what you want. There are other options, but they are more advanced, so I'm not going to go in more details. So let's see what happens when you use the margins and spacing. So it's hard to see. Spacing is not real. So by the way, first observe that the margin is now 1 inch, which is the standard. So and to see the line spacing, you can try by yourself. So this is how you use LyX. And again, remember, this is view is what you how you view your result. And also you may alternatively use update. So update also, there's nothing to update, so it does not show. So update is the same function. Once you made up a PDF file, then you may just update it by clicking this. And finally, when you want to share this with someone else, you may want to export the file into a plain LaTeX. So as I said, the extension is LyX, but LyX, this program is not commonly used. Not many people use this program. I like it, but it's not common. So, but more common file format is LaTeX. So if you want to show what's going on in LaTeX code, you may transform this and export it to a LaTeX file and open that LaTeX file in a LaTeX editor. Then you can that may be the fastest way to learn LaTeX coding. So try something in here and how that can be transferred into LaTeX will be a good practice to learn LaTeX. Okay, so I just thought this is a demonstration for your homework. You may need to know this to do your homework. So good luck with your homework, and hope it helps for your PhD life.